fitness status of the squad? Obviously not BC, but Ty.
Yeah, besides BC, we're back to 100%. Ty's been practicing all week, so like last week was, there was an element of caution about it with what we got ahead of us in mind.
Is there going to be some caution about how much he plays, considering he's had two sort of soft tissue injuries already this season?
Oh, you try and manage it, but then also the game dictates that a little bit. But we're going to be mindful of his current workload and then where we are in the season. So, yeah.
How much does it mean? I mean, Keanu was great last week, but to have Ty back gives you a bit more of a sort of attacking options.
Yep.
That's a boost.
Yeah, spot on. Having Ty back gives us like a dynamic playmaker. That's what him and Bryce bring to our team that separates them from the other guys. So to have one of them back and be able to do that, especially against like a good defensive Wollongong team.
I haven't seen Bryce train yet. Has he done anything when we haven't been there?
Yeah. Like Bryce is progressing nicely. As we talked about last week, it's just an injury where he has to be able to tolerate the pain, but progress has been made, so it's looking encouraging for us.
Do you have a ballpark when you might hope to have him?
No, like it's totally up to like how he recovers from when he does like push himself to what that point is at that point in time, and there's just not enough like history or feedback on previous cases that the medical staff can say, look, it's going to be a month, it's going to be whatever it is. It's really up to the individual athlete and how quickly they can recuperate.
So do you notice, reporting back, that he's starting to feel significantly better or just a little incrementally better?
Well, like last week he wasn't on the court at all, where this week he got on the court and shot the ball. So definitely progress.
So was that just by himself shooting, or was it a contested sort of scenario where he had the risk of getting touched?
Like we're not risking, yeah.
You've got informed Illawarra this week.
Yeah.
Are they a surprise packet so far during the NBL?
Well, not for me. Like they were a top 4 team last year. They return a lot of their same roster, and like they haven't lost on the road yet. They're 6-2, 4 road wins. So they're feeling good and confident about themselves, and they're playing very good basketball right now.
You said earlier, like before you played the Kings, that was an early litmus test.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a similar sort of test for your side? Sort of still pretty early in the season.
Yeah, they're all tests right now for us until we find a good rhythm with how we play. Like it was encouraging last week, the way we just like kept weathering storms throughout the Kings game, and then obviously our rebounding is what really like separated us in that game. So we need to replicate that and then hopefully make a few more shots.
You didn't get near Illawarra last year. I think the average was 17, might be 18.
Sure.
Across the 3 games. Like,
Yeah.
What was the challenge when you reflect back on those issues? It's the same sort of, it's very similar to squads.
Yeah, thanks for that general reminder. New year, new season, huh? Look, we played them at all kinds of different stages of last year. We were going through things, they were going through their own situations. So let's move forward. But you're right, they dominated us last year. So what we have to do, it's easy to get lost in Tyler Harvey, but then Sam Frolling's playing well. Wani, returning to Perth, he's going to be motivated to play at a high level, and he's having a good season. Blanchfield, Lee, they like any good team, they got other weapons besides the couple that everyone wants to highlight.
You mentioned the rebounding before. Obviously, last week everyone knew that was the way you had to play to win. You bring Ty back in, and you can change, mix a little bit. Do you expect the same intensity in their own minds if we just have to produce that sort of style again when you might be playing somewhat differently?
Look, our mindset and the style will be the same. Like Ty brings the dynamic with being able to push the ball and create for us. But as far as our defense and rebounding, like I actually think Ty should only add to that because he's got good positional size. He's a physical guard, so hopefully that's only beneficial for us.
You use the Jesse milestone as a way of motivating the team. Do you talk about it this week? You celebrate him internally?
Oh, look, we certainly celebrate it, but you would have to be hiding under a really large rock not to know what's going on for Jesse and that great accomplishment. So we certainly will want to reflect and use it, but you know how Jesse is. He won't want that to be the focus of us trying to win a basketball game.
He's so loved within everyone. Do you think everyone else will want to make sure that they play at an even higher level to make sure that he has the memory of a victory in this.
Absolutely, and that's probably one of the things you guys don't see is like how he develops relationships with all people through the organization. So it will definitely be a moment that no one will want to let him down in such a big occasion for him.
We saw Dylan shooting well just then at training, and rebounding's obviously been a big part of what he's brought. But when he arrived, you said you wanted to unleash some of that attacking flair. Is he getting to that point now?
Yes, and look, statistically, you would want it better. But as I talked about when he first got here, it's going to take him a moment to get back into that. Like if you watch him in the NBA, he virtually ran from corner to corner or rebounded outlet and get to the corner where he has such a greater skill set for us. So for 4 years, we're having to like recalibrate him a little bit. So I just want to see him aggressive. The result, everyone wants to perform at a high level, but like the repetition and just feeling comfortable and confident with that, I certainly see that. And if you really watched last week's game closely, he made some big plays for us that mightn't go noticed to the untrained eye.
One more, Jesse. I think you played 4-8-1, all right?
Sorry?
Did you play 4-8-1?
I don't know.
No, you played similar.
Yeah.
How hard is it to, like, he's going 4-8-2 and then 4-8-3, right?
Yeah.
How hard is it to have that length of a career and still be a player of his step?
That's a super question because that's and him and I have talked about this. For him to stay at a level where he influences winning for 16 years, and like it's not as if his statistics, you look at his statistics and go, man, like what a phenomenal career, but just the way every day he respects the process, and it's probably an overused cliche in sport that respect the process, but he truly does. He lives life the right way. He goes about his profession in a professional manner every day, and that's what allows him to have the long and illustrious career he's had.
In Angels, in Women's
Yep.
team, what does that do for his standing within the community and his confidence and what you love about him as well?
You'd have to ask him about the standing in the community, but it's a good reward for the work that he's putting in. He's been fortunate enough to be a part of it before, so and anytime any of our players get to represent their country, I'm going to be 100% supportive of that. And I think now at that international stage, like that's the carrot being dangled for him to just keep elevating, keep working. It's like great that he gets rewarded in that way.
What kind of growth have you seen from him since he started?
Yes, like for me, it's just like his physicality and his purpose to embrace a little bit of contact. And that's the toughest thing for any teenager when they're mixing it up with seasoned pros, is to have a confidence that if you do get hit, you're not going to get injured. And it's just a mindset, but he's put the time and effort in the weight room. And that's like been the biggest pleasing surprise for me this year.
Getting hit, Keanu hasn't worn the mask the past 4 times we've seen this week. Do you know if he's now got the confidence he doesn't have to worry about the mask, or is that just a training thing for him?
Craig, you worry about things I don't even worry about. So,
Obvious.
but like in all honesty, I didn't even notice that until you brought it up. Yes, yeah. I worry about whether he goes and rebounds and puts the ball in the hole. Mask on, mask off. It's get it done.
Obviously, on Keanu, he had a standout game.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a benchmark for him now to one up that this week?
A benchmark, I think, might be a little unfair to him because he's had some sensational games for us. Finding the balance of being a consistent performer, because like anyone would be happy for that to be their like benchmark game, but it's the consistency, and that's what then allows you to be a high level player, is just finding that level of consistency.